Grooming a well-trained child could be a very, very uh, difficult task. But with prayer, there's nothing God cannot help us to do. It is good with our child, we groom them, be the supervisor, the carer, the trainer, the teacher, the the overall watch over, so that peace over them today and even tomorrow, even in their grown age too, in God's life too, so that we can have rest over them, peace and rest over them. I'm going to talk to us today ideas of how to groom a well-trained child, how to make our children come out to say, I'm proud of you, wherever they are, how to make them be in the achievement record, in the achievement, how to hear that they are well behaved, they are well taught, and up the training. Their home training was good, which shows in their attitude, in their compassion, and in all they do. So I'm going to touch on how to grow a groomed or well-trained child or children, and this involves a combination of parenting with strategies, discipline, and guidance. We need to strategize while bringing up this. Talk of the children these days, that is, they are in a different generation. Probably now they are even Gen Z. They are in the Gen Alpha. If I'm not, they seem to be better off. Well, we all pray for our children better off than us. But it seems to not want to listen to correction. They seem to be selfish. It is me alone. So we need to strategize while training them, while addressing them. Then discipline too is very, very necessary in their training. Some level of discipline, and that is correcting them in words, putting them online when they are going offline, telling them to do things the right way, and letting them know the wrong way they are taking. We need to approach things in a strategic way. There's some words that say when we reprimand a child with the right hand, we use the left one to pull the child back. That literally means that when you reprimand a child, you don't leave the child on that. When you reprimand the child, correction comes and move on. Let things go straight as supposed to be. Be their guide. Guidance is very necessary. You guide them on things to see, on things they tell you about themselves. Guide them and put in your advice, your wisdom. Definitely, they know that the wisdom is there in an elderly person, in the parents. And I will share some also on ways that we can raise these children, as well as training them. And the first thing I will mention is positive parenting. Positivity comes from the parents too. Positivity, correcting positively, not harshly. Right from when they were growing up. Let your correction be positive by setting clear expectation. What you expect from them. Set the clear expectation. That is telling them the right thing and the right way for things to be done, so that you will not have this issue with the child correcting all over again and again. Say it as it is, as the child is to do carry out certain tasks or behave in certain ways. So that is setting expectation, what you are expecting from the child, how you are expecting the child to behave and to do things. Then establish a clear rules. There should be clear rules. You should not just leave the child just like that to do whatever they like. Express clear rules and expectations, and consistently hit on the expectation. Consistently remind them of those expectations and enforce them. You consistently enforce those expectations, so that they will not go offline and do the wrong thing that will cause problem. You also use positive reinforcement for child, to bring up the child while growing up. Use positive reinforcement, that is, when the child has done things the right way, the correct way, or carry out some tasks that is expected of the child, and following your set expectation, your set rules, good academic performance, you can give a bravo to the child. Clap for the child. You can give a hug. You can give out things like a pen, like some sweet chocolate. This encourage the child and the child a lot, and knows that he's doing well, and that you are appreciating them by praising them. So you can praise them, give rewards like I've mentioned, to encourage good behaviors. And when the negative behaviors come to, you reprimand, but not too harsh, not with insult. When you are reprimanding, or when you are giving negative reinforcement, you don't need to go physical. You don't need to give harsh words. You don't need to give hard punishment to the child. So your negative reinforcement should be very considerate on that. Then model good behavior. You model the good behavior that the child is expected to, the way they are expected to behave, which will be learnt from you. So it is good for parents to act the way you want the child to emulate. So let your rule be do as I do. Let them follow more of your actions than words. That is modeling. There are some skills or you want them to perform. You may need to demonstrate how you want it done before you leave it to them, and watch on to supervise the child if the child is going to carry it out well. If the child is not carrying out the instruction properly, remodel. You need to do remodeling to show the child again. You don't need to get fed up. Children catch up more accurately than each other. The way child A will carry out some tasks, child B may not be able to be so accurate. So modeling is very important. This is why parents are supposed to give out good behaviors, because these children are watching you and they are going to emulate the way you do things. That is why fighting your wife, passing abusive word, keeping malice, depriving your wife of a lot of things is not really good, because these children are watching on. and they are going to emulate the way you are treating their mom. So you teach them many other things, such as respect, such as kindness, and responsibility, being responsible. You need to let them know all this, that they are the way of life, so that you allow them to hear this teaching from you, not from their peer group, not from their classmates or play in their play groups. Let them hear it from you. Be the first teacher. Parents are usually the first teacher before going to before going out to school and to any other place. So teach your child important life skills. This will give you peace and rest, even your now and even later in life. Then discipline and setting of boundaries. Set boundaries. Set clear boundaries and consequences for going off boundary. Where there are no sins, there will be no where there are no consequences, or what, how is it said? There will be no sins. When offenses don't come, then there will be no sins. So set boundaries and let the child know there are consequences for getting out of boundaries, for misbehavior. Set boundaries and let them know consequences for misbehavior. Also use your natural consequences to train them. Use natural consequences that fits that misbehavior and let the child know. Use your natural consequences rather than punitive measures. Take away punitive measures. You don't have to correct your child with punitive measures. Use your natural consequences by telling the child over and over again, like a warning on what you have taught him before. So punitive measures are not the best. Then teach the child problem solving skills too. The child must know problem solving skills. We must not give up on problem solving. And this starts as little as when they are making building structures with Legos, and the child is not able to create certain structures you want. Encourage the child not to give up. He should go back and rebuild again until he gets it. If he's tired, let him take a rest. Then he comes back again. Let the child know that he has to stay on that problem and solve it, so that he doesn't give up on problem solving. Teach your child all these little problem solving skills. And other examples is identifying problems. The child should know how to brainstorm. The child should know how to brainstorming solutions, and the evaluating consequences. When the child brainstorm what he gets, and the approach should be taught to the child very well. Emotional intelligence, that is the last one. Teach your child how to handle emotions. The child should be emotionally intelligent, not to break down on little things and start crying, start brooding, little things, start whining. When the child is corrected, he will start whining until he or she bursts into a loud cry. Or when he's with his play group or peer group playing little things, he will start crying, or him crying over people's belonging, wanting to have somebody's toy by all means and crying over it. Teach the child emotional intelligence. Let the child be strong emotionally. This starts from their growing age, and all this I have mentioned, you know how, have it in mind how you groom your child right from the tender age, right from the tender age, right from the speaking age. Groom the child very well, and you will have peace. You will not have to be training every time, every day. Training is continuous, but do not be quiet on training for the child. God bless you. I hope this video helps someone today, and I'll be happy to have you again when I come online, as I'm happy having you today. So I say God bless you. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the Easter season. Rest well during the holidays and enjoy yourself. God bless you. Stay blessed. Bye bye.